Our last contribution is coming from Conor Harkin, who has had to sit there and watch everyone else go in front of him. Dr. Conor Harkin is the founder of ProVerum Medical. He is a trained surgeon and also has worked for venture capital. ProVerum is a minimally invasive treatment for benign prostatic hyperplasia. This is a very common condition in older men where the prostate gland enlarges, causing difficulty with urination. The current therapy is very invasive with side effects. ProVerum will offer a less invasive alternative. Conor.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So ProVerum Medical is a medical device for the treatment of a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia. As Paul was saying there, this is where the prostate gland enlarges in elderly men. About 50% of men over 50 will have this problem, and it just causes trouble with urination. One of the main problems that these patients have is they're up around 4 or 5 times per night, and it really has a profound effect on their quality of life, even if causing things like depression or heart disease. So there are therapies out there, and this is where all the gentlemen in the audience can cross their legs, because the current gold standard is a transurethral resection of the prostate, which is essentially a hot loop that is inserted through the penis and cuts away all the tissue. This requires a patient to be in hospital for 3 days. There's bleeding associated with it, and there can be up to 90% sexual side effects with it. So when I took part in the BioInnovate program, like a number of teams here today, it became very apparent there's a need for a less invasive procedure. This is a massive market. About 4 million men in the US alone are on medication for this condition. About 1.5 million procedures around the world are done, and it's about a 5 billion market in the US alone. So what's our big idea? The idea is a minimally invasive device, something that can be inserted very quickly into the water passage or urethra. It'll dilate the urethra, let the patient urinate normally, whilst also not having any sexual side effects. So it'll be good for the patient, good for the surgeon, and fundamentally for the healthcare system as well. The work to date, we were very lucky to get Enterprise Ireland commercialisation support after BioInnovate. We're based in the Trinity Centre for Bioengineering. As alluded to, I've got a mixture of business and a medical background, but also now have a great engineering team, great business advisors and clinical advisors. We've done one animal study, we've done cadaver studies, we're midway through a chronic animal study, and everything's going really well. We've applied for patents in the US and EU. So where we want to go to next, this will be actually a relatively simple device to get to market. We don't need a clinical trial. We just need funding for a further, more elaborate animal trial, and we can get to market in 2017. Thank you.